Hey there, I'm Brandon, and today let's discuss general data collection guidelines for MetriCal. Now, MetriCal has a lot of ways to ingest data. First, MCAPs, ROS bags, and folders. We'll be talking about MCAPs primarily because this is a preferred method of data ingestion. Now, when recording data with an MCAP, make sure that, one, you have accurate timestamps between all sensors. Your sensors don't need to be hardware synced, but they do need accurate timestamps in order to inform MetriCal of how to sync in the future. Two, make sure that those timestamps are written in the header timestamps, not just the log timestamps. If you just write to log, MetriCal won't be able to recognize that. It will drop all other timestamps, and you'll be left with all of your data being in a single section of time. MetriCal won't know what to do with that. Great. So now you can write a competent MCAP. Pretty easy. Let's talk about the object spaces. Now, object spaces are Tangram's nomenclature for boards, fiducials, targets, things of that nature. Cameras take a variety of targets. We usually recommend marker boards like ChArUco or AprilGrid. We can also accept checkerboards. We highly discourage these. When putting together your object space, make sure that you measure these spaces accurately so that MetriCal has the right data when performing the bundle adjustment. When working with Lidar, all we need is this little piece of reflective tape in a circle pattern. Now, this marker board circle combination is made for camera Lidar calibration. It's a combination of the both. This is why we did it. But you can also put a circle around any board. So you don't have to cut it into a circle necessarily. It just has to have that ring of tape. When calibrating Lidar specifically, there are a couple of things that need to be present in order to digest the data. First is the X, Y, and Z coordinates, obviously, the position. But the second is either intensity or reflectivity values from the Lidar. Without these, we will not be able to detect the tape. When calibrating with any sort of marker board for cameras, you're going to want to make sure that these markers, the ID tags, are detectable in the camera. If your ID is too small or too far away, these features will not get picked up and MetriCal will drop the frame. If you do need to calibrate at a longer distance, whether that be a narrow field of view camera or just a larger rig, we recommend just printing larger targets. So this is a 48-inch circle board that we use for camera Lidar calibration. It has large targets. It's meant for prototyping for an autonomous vehicle or ADAS. They're very cheap to make, very easy to use. One more thing to note is that when calibrating a camera Lidar system, one can either move the targets around the sensor or fix the targets and move the sensor around those. In other words, either the sensor can be moving or the targets can be moving, but not both. Often we'll see users put a board to the side and work on a calibration with something easier to move or more repeatable. And the entire time, this target is interfering with data capture. No good. Make sure everything is out of the field of view or at least turned around so that MetriCal doesn't pick it up automatically. Their detectors are very good. When calibrating Lidar, you can use more than one circle target. This is actually a great advantage of MetriCal's system and allows you to position targets in such a way where you can get full coverage of camera and Lidar in a vehicle or a chassis. However, if you are doing this, make sure that your circle targets are at least 10 centimeters in radius different from one another. So in America, that would be 10 centimeters. And that's it. Those are a lot of gotchas for data set capture, but in reality, once you get everything kind of in the right place, MetriCal should just flow. And data capture, ideally, should almost be an automatic process. Best case scenario of an entire calibration will set you back 2 minutes per system. That's what we're looking for. It's high speed. All right, thanks.